104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam. It's Roula and Ryan's Rapid Fire Quiz on 104.1 KRBE.
Okay.
All right, let that games begin.
Here we go. In case you missed this, May 17th at 11 a.m., you can find us recording our podcast called The Raw Feed live in front of an audience at the Blue Lagoon Bar and Grill. Now, where's that? That's at Lagoon Fest, Texas. Now, Lagoon Fest, Texas is a giant property off of 45. On the backside is Blue Lagoon Bar and Grill. That's where we're going to be set up doing a live podcast for free. Anybody can come to that.
Yep.
But afterwards, we want to gift you some tickets to go enjoy Lagoon Fest, Texas.
What a great day. You get to be a part of the road show, and you are a part of it, by the way. And then when we're done, spend the day in that gorgeous lagoon.
So it's a pair of tickets to Lagoon Fest, Texas on the day that we are there to do the Raw Feed Roadshow at Blue Lagoon Bar and Grill. It's May 17th, 11 a.m. All the information and more can be found at krbe.com. So the winner of this game is going to get those two tickets, and we'll see you afterwards. You have some fun. Now, Amanda is playing along with me. Destiny's playing along with Special K. Angelica is playing along with Sam. Jesus is playing along with Amari.
Actually, it's Jesus. I'm sorry.
Is it
It's
really Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I lose, I'm letting Jesus down.
Don't do that.
Oh.
You don't do that. Just take the wheel.
And then Eric's contestant is named Ryan.
All right.
But not this Ryan.
Got it.
So here's how it works. It is the rapid fire quiz. There are 3 rounds. The first round is 75 seconds. 2 of us will be eliminated in that round. Then we go on to the next round at 60 seconds and the last round at 60 seconds.
Now, since Eric won last week, he'll be last in the lineup today. It is
Wait, did
going
you
to
win
be.
last week?
Yep.
You did.
I'm a big
okay.
winner.
I can't remember.
Yeah. How can you forget when he wins?
I don't know. I feel
Remember
like last week
I,
was a blur.
I beat Ahmad, it says. Both got
Yeah.
all answers correct except Ahmad ran out of time.
Yeah, it was a fluke. He was doing
Oh,
his.
that's right. That was
stupid
so
slowdown
crazy.
technique.
Oh,
Yeah, now
Eric,
you'll know.
Next time you do, you take like 5 seconds
I
to
don't want to
answer.
hear it
I'm gonna
because
give
a
you
lot of times
buzzer.
I'm the only one that I guess the answer while you're still talking.
It doesn't matter. Can we get to the first round,
Right.
please?
It does
Eric
matter,
won
Roula.
last week. I know it does, but can we just get to the game?
Seconds. It'll
So
start
Kevin
with
goes
Kev.
first.
Yeah,
Aaron
let's-
goes last.
Half of us under the weather.
Kevin,
Let's see
Sam, Ahmad, Roula, Eric.
if half
Yeah.
of us can have like a Michael Jordan game.
Okay,
What
here
does
we
that even
go.
mean?
They play their best when they're sick.
Oh, God. Okay. Well,
Sam, you
I
got
was
a good
sick last
chance
week.
today.
I didn't play
Thank
my
you.
best, so it might not work. I don't know. Let's see if your philosophy works today.
Are you ready? Kevin, we're going to start this game. Are you ready?
Okay.
All righty. Here
Okay,
we go.
gang.
In 3, 2, 1. Kevin, Patrick Schwarzenegger shows his weenie in this HBO resort drama.
White Lotus.
Sam, what is the name of the tall butler in the Addams Family?
I forget.
Ahmad, what does PI stand for in relation to a detective?
Private investigator.
Rula, Captain, my captain is from what movie?
Dead Poet Society.
Eric, this pop star is playing Toyota Center tonight.
Katy Perry.
Kevin, what hero is described as the Man of Steel?
Iron Man.
Sam,
it's
what
Superman.
holaday will we celebrate this weekend?
Oh, Mother's Day.
Ahmad, Istanbul is in what country?
Pakistan.
Rula, term for a phony dyed hair color that is a whitish blonde.
Platinum.
Eric, all right, the Costume Institute benefit is more commonly known as this.
Halloween? Wait, what did you say?
Met Gala.
Kevin, who is
Oh.
Peter Pan's enemy in this story?
Captain Hook.
Sam, what is the huge shopping event the day after Thanksgiving called?
Black Friday.
Ahmad, a room equipped for scientific experiments is called what?
A laboratory.
Rula, who played Edward Cullen in Twilight?
Oh, my God. Robinson. Oh,
Eric, in chess.
Time.
Okay.
Hook.
What even?
Rook,
Who?
or-
I don't know
Rob Pattinson.
who won, who
I don't know.
lost.
Rob
Okay,
Pattinson.
so
I'm
Superman,
out.
Man of Steel.
I'm not feeling it
Lurch,
today.
the Butler. Turkey,
God, you were slow
Istanbul.
today. I got 2 questions.
Met Gala for the Costume Institute. Robert Pattinson for Edward Cullen. I didn't have time
Usually
for
get
that.
like 3 or 4.
The answer, the score is 2 for Kevin, 2 for Sam,
Right.
2 for Ahmad, 2 for me, 1 for Eric.
Right.
Eric is for sure out,
Nice.
and the rest of us go to the next round.
I think so.
Yeah, because we're all
60
tied.
seconds.
So, once again,
Here
what
we
is the
go.
order here?
It's the last question was on me. I ran out of time. Eric is out. Special K starts again the next round.
Sam, Ahmad,
And me.
Roula.
Kev, Sam. Wait, I thought we
Ahmad, Rula.
eliminated 2
No,
people.
but
because we
we're all
tied.
tied.
We're all
Yeah,
tied.
we
Yeah, they're all
Except
eliminated.
for Eric.
All right.
All right, here we
You
go.
guys ready?
Special K starts it off. 60 seconds.
All right, Kevin. Here. Boy, Eric, you're sulking. Kevin, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Kevin, in chess, what word do we use when we're one move away from taking the king?
Checkmate.
Sam, Chicken Little told everybody what was falling.
The sky.
Ahmad, Scottish whiskey is called what?
Jameson.
Roula, Bill Murray films a whiskey commercial in Tokyo in this movie.
Oh, I can't remember it. I know what it is. I don't know.
Kevin, who parted the Red Sea?
Moses.
Sam, when a man drops to his knee with a ring and asks for marriage, it's called what?
A proposal.
Ahmad, Ben Stiller, and Owen Wilson starred in this action cop comedy. Roula, Chardonnay and Riesling are what kind of wine?
They're white.
Kevin, a high voltage discharge from the clouds is called what?
Lightning.
Sam, he lives in a pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Come on.
Ahmad, when workers unite and refuse to go to work, it is called a what?
Union.
Eaton strike.
Roula, 1933 movie about an ape climbing the Empire State Building.
King Kong.
Kevin, can't...
Time.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
man.
I'm out.
Score.
Okay, so
Sam
Maud's
gets to
out,
pick.
but Sam has 3, Kevin and I have 2. So she
Sam,
has
who
to
do you
pick
pick?
which
Who you
one of us
booting?
goes to the
Come
finals
on, y'all.
with her.
I can't make decisions.
What was missed, by the way?
Starsky and Hutch for Ahmad.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was the
duh.
Bill Murray movie? I can't think
Lost
of it.
in Translation.
Lost in
Yeah.
Translation.
Oh,
I would
It's
have
like I
got
could
that
kind of
one.
visualize the title. I was like, I'm not going to get that.
Suntory whiskey.
Yeah, in chess, you say check when you're one move
Did
away.
I miss
Right.
Scotch?
It
Is that
was-
what I missed?
Yes.
Yeah.
You said Jameson, which actually is a brand of scotch.
But I needed
Right.
the
Yeah,
word
say
Scotch.
Yeah.
Actually, Jameson's not.
It's
Jameson,
Irish
that's
whiskey.
Irish whiskey. You're right.
All right, not debate, Eric. He knows his booze.
Scotch. They'll start a fight.
Start
call
a
it
fight.
Scotch?
He's already ornery, folks. So-
Sorry,
All right, so
Jesus.
Sam, is it me or is it Kevin? Who's out? Who's in? Who's playing with you? Who's not
Ahmad,
playing
who
with
do
you?
I pick?
Who,
between who?
This girl always asks somebody else to pick for her. Just
I'll do it for
Sam.
you. If it comes to it next time and you have to save me, you have to save me.
Okay, deal.
It's like,
Okay,
It's
it's like
between
Survivor.
Roula and Kevin. Who do I take out?
Come on.
Rula wins too much. Sorry.
But you
Okay.
said Kevin's dumb.
Yes.
Okay, so
Oh, wow. So it's
Okay,
a
so
showdown
it's
between the
Kev.
besties.
it's
All right.
Sam.
I'm
And
out.
Kev, you go first
Kevin's
because
in.
Roula got the last
Don't
question.
forget our deal.
I got it. I got you.
She ain't gonna be here, man. She having this baby.
Oh,
you
You're
only got
not
2
gonna see her for 4 months.
And you
I'm
just
burning
made-
you next week.
Yeah, and now you screwed me.
Abby, no.
This is her last rapid fire quiz. This baby be born tomorrow.
You screwed me,
She
Sam.
totally jacked you on Survivor,
made
man.
it
It's trying to
enemies.
spoken.
Screw you.
I
It's
made
fine.
an enemy because of you.
Yep. You just screwed yourself.
Even Eric was telling me to let go of Roula.
Oh my
so.
God.
Oh,
Make
Eric
your own
is-
choices, Sam.
Oh, we have the
I
ability
can't.
to
I'm
talk to her in her
indecisive.
earpiece.
If you're so
Y'all know
indecisive,
this.
fine. Then let this whole room decide whether you should have epidural or not. Let's see how that works out for you. All right, here we go.
Kev.
Final round. Sam and
From
Kevin.
one extreme to the other.
Kevin, here we go. Final round of rapid fire in 3, 2, 1. Kevin, Darth Vader's soldiers who wear all white are called what?
Those guys.
Sam, what fairy tale character wore glass slippers?
Cinderella.
Kevin, what is Sarah Jessica Parker's character name in Sex and the City?
Jessica.
Sam, Japanese rolls with cold rice and raw fish.
Oh, sushi.
Oh.
Kevin, Christopher Lloyd played this character in Back to the Future.
Doc.
Full name, Doc Brown.
Sam, if you order whiskey without ice, it is called what?
Neat.
Kevin, if a number can only be divided by itself in one
Prime
other.
number.
Sam, what was the third little pig's house made of?
Oh, I don't know.
Ooh, that's tough.
That was too fast.
Sam, or Kevin,
Yeah.
how many soccer players are on each team on the field during a game?
12.
Sam, what is another word for flapjack?
Pancake.
Kevin, what
It's
branch of the armed services conducts its work at sea?
The Navy.
And Sam wins the game! Fair and square, baby.
Got your butt kicked.
Is that an AI song?
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Here it comes. Does it do a second verse?
I think it's just music.
Doc
Start
Brown.
it again. Start again.
She
I wanna hear
loves
the
that kind of
words.
music, right?
Yeah,
So
she
I
does.
made her-
Can we hear it
Boy
again?
band. Yeah, here.
Okay, let's hear it again.
And the third little pig was Brick.
Here we go.
Okay. In your face, I want first place. All right.
Very Miley Cyrus, Party in the USA.
182.
By the way, we haven't heard that song in
Shut up.
10 months.
I was just thinking that.
Let me go look.
I
Let me
didn't
go
know
look.
that song existed.
I have it written down. I'll find out right
Shut your
now.
mouth.
That
Let
means,
me have this.
that means
Soak in this victory.
Angelica Let's get Angelica on the phone. Angelica, Sam did right by you today. Yay.
Thanks, girl.
All right, Angelica, we're going to see you May 17th at Lagoon Fest, Texas. That's where you get to enjoy the tickets. You're going to get to hang out after the Raw Feed Road Show, the podcast that we will broadcast in front of an audience. Thank you so much for playing.
Good job.
Make sure you come and say hi.
Yep.
Sam, the last time you won.
I'm proud of you, Sam.
Wait, hold on. I can't hear what Angelica said.
what'd
Say it
you say?
again, Angelica.
Sam gets 10 wins because she won
Yep.
before her leave.
You instituted that rule last
You
week.
go, girl. You go, girl.
I want to beat her ass.
Oh my
I want you to beat us all.
No, don't blame me.
You screwed us all.
No, Eric came up with that last
Oh
week.
my God, Angelica, we
Yep.
forgot about that girl.
Yes.
Angelica,
They know
what's
the
wrong
show
with
better
you?
than we do.
I was going to mention that before we started, but I'm like,
Don't jinx me.
Angelica, you
Yeah,
are
we're
so
making her nervous.
good on remembering things. Okay, well, good. Hang on the line. Now, Ahmad has to take your information. It's like talking to the executor.
Double kick in the head.
Hang on,
Losing.
hang
They gotta
on.
do
We'll
the
get
work.
your info. We'll get your info. Man, that was great. So now Sam gets 10 wins.
Yep.
Yay.
and Sam, last time you won was October 9th, 2024.
Okay, so she hasn't won it all this year yet.
And,
We know
and all
it.
of like the holidays last
You know
year.
this game is in
But
my
now you have 10 victories. That means you're.
10
with a little
victories.
asterisk.
And she'll be gone for 6 months after the baby. So then you come back just in time for the Christmas show.
Like, I have
and
5
then you'll
victories.
still win the rapid fire for the year.
You're up 5 on the. I have 5 wins.
Dang.
So you're up with 10.
Yeah,
Man,
so
that's
it'll be
congrats,
fine.
Sam.
You're in a good place when you come back.
Good memory, Angelica. Good
Awesome.
memory.
That was
Asterisks,
awesome.
all
Oh,
asterisks.
absolutely. We'll take it, though.
Yeah.
It's not like we win anything anyways if we win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
All you
it's just
win
bragging.
is knowing that
You keep the
Eric's
belt.
brain cells burn
Oh,
over
yeah.
Christmas break that he didn't get
Yeah,
the title.
that
Yeah,
was nice.
I'm back to back. As long as Roula
A
doesn't win,
winner.
I'm good.
I'm going to talk about this all during my show
As long as
today.
Sam wins,
It's
Ahmad
don't hate the
wins.
player, just hate the game.
Maybe Kevin.
Coming up next, Roula's relationship roulette. Now, Mother's Day is coming up. Mother's Day is coming up. And this is a very good relationship question I think we need to throw out to you, our audience, at 833-390-KRBE. There are plenty of people that have very volatile relationships with their mother-in-laws. And we want to know from you, is it possible to turn around the mother-in-law? She didn't like you from the beginning. Is she ever going to like you?
You mean like win or over?
Yeah. Do we have stories that exist where you were hated? They didn't want you. You're the worst of the in-laws. No matter what you do, you're always the reason for the problems. Even they weren't. You're not the reason for the
Can
problems.
you turn that around?
Can you turn around the mother-in-law that dislikes you? I
Unless
only
you
know
give like
one
a
of
kidney
these
or
stories
something.
that came to our
I'm trying
show.
to think what else you could do. Like
But you still don't like me? I gave you a kidney.
Yeah.
save them out of like debt or save their life, maybe.
833-390-KRBE is our phone number. Is it possible to turn around the mother-in-law? She's not on your team. We'll
Turn
get,
back around.
we'll get to your answers. We'll get to your stories next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Love this song.
Spin the wheel, find out what's the deal.
It's Roula's relationship roulette on KRB. Man, those computers sound awesome. Woo!
That was
not
the
real
best 12
people.
bucks.
That really was. Well spent.
Yeah, Roula's relationship roulette. Here we go, friends. 833-390-KRBE. Is it possible to turn around the mother-in-law that dislikes you? It's Mother's Day weekend this weekend. Lots of controversy for different dynamics of relationships. If you have a good one, you consider yourself lucky. Mm-hmm. There's no drama on your Mother's Day weekend concerning your mom, the in-law, yourself, your mate,
Give
whatever.
them an extra gift. Give them spend a little more if they like you.
Because you're so lucky.
You know, it's weird.
You are very lucky, right?
Eric, Roula, I was with somebody. I dated somebody for almost 10 years, and we broke up. And my mom and her, I mean, she did everything. My mom just didn't take to her. And as soon as we broke up, then she became like mom's best friend. That was just
How's
so
that?
weird.
That's weird.
That she kept in touch with the woman after y'all broke
Anyone a
up?
therapist? What does that mean?
What does
about
that mean?
Brian's mom.
Yeah.
Or why did they even keep in touch? Why did the woman keep in touch with your mom? I would have been like a clean break.
That's the worst. I'd be so mad if my parents stayed in touch with somebody that I did
Yeah.
not want a part of my
Oh,
life.
If you
This
weren't married to
caused-
them and you don't have kids with them,
this
just cut them
caused some
clean.
problems.
I'd be like, that's
Cut them
weird.
clean.
Unless you have kids, I can see that.
No, we didn't have
Can you imagine that, Sam, when Santiago grows up, dates somebody for 10 years, You don't
And
like
I'm
her.
still friends.
And they break up, but you're like, let me be her best friend now.
Absolutely not.
That doesn't
Get
that's
outta here.
very
True
rare.
story.
That's
Loyalty
not
to your
happening.
kid first.
All
Yeah.
right. We're going to the phones, 833-390-KRB. Is it possible to turn around a mother-in-law who doesn't like you? Hi, Anna. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
All right. Tell us your story.
Okay, so I was a teen mom. I got 15 and pregnant, and I just had a horrible mother-in-law. She obviously didn't like me. She didn't approve of the relationship since the get-go. She blamed me for the whole pregnancy. This is my fault. I'm, of course, I'm a legal immigrant at that time, and she said that I only did it for the papers, and all I wanted was just the worst of the worst. And we got to sit down, me and my mom and her, and kind of like, what's the next plan? Or what are we going to do? Are we going to marry these kids, or are we going to get together? And she says basically that's not her problem. Her son is going to do whatever he wants, and how do we even know this kid is his?
Oh man, she piled it all on.
Yeah.
She just
So
piled it
My
all on.
mom flipped because my mom made this nice dinner, kind of like to conversate, and she didn't think it was going to go that way. So my mom's like, you have to get out of my house. Like, don't ever bring this lady in my house. How dare she tell my daughter that? I'm here trying to figure out Plan B,
Right.
and she's over here blaming all on you.
It doesn't help anybody.
No, exactly
No.
right. The baby's
Yeah.
already on its way. The baby is on its way.
She's
It has been
basically
made.
saying-
Baby's on its way.
Right. So you're a teen mom, and then she throws her out of the house. And did you end up marrying that boy, the father of your child?
Yes.
You did. Y'all
He's
got married.
actually still my husband. Yes.
Oh,
Good for
how many
you.
years has that been now? How old is that child?
He's already 15.
Oh,
Whoa.
Wow.
So hold up. Did mother-in-law that got tossed out for being rude make it back around, and y'all are like besties now, or what happened there?
Well, my whole relationship, she's been in and out of it. Me and my husband always had that problem with her because he wouldn't believe me the stories that she would, when we get together and we'll be by ourselves, she would tell me horrible things. And I was so young, and I believe in respecting your elders, and so I would be quiet, and she will when he couldn't drive me to get the diapers, obviously because we were so young. She'll I'll take her, of course I will take her, and she'll take me, and on the way she'll be like, I know that kid's not my son's because I paid somebody to follow you in high school, and she confirmed to me that you've been around. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, what?
Gosh.
And I could confirm that because years later I found out who it was, because she did come to me and tell me that she did get paid
To spy on
to
you.
follow me around.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
What
God.
in the world?
So she's never come back around. You guys have just a severed relationship. So your answer would be no, they won't come back around.
She didn't go to the wedding.
Can I ask you,
Jeez.
how old is her son, your husband? When you
now
got pregnant, how old was he?
I was 15 and he was 17.
Okay.
And so now,
Yeah.
15 years later, y'all are married.
Wow.
Y'all are still together, and she's
But
still
the
on the
mom-
outs.
And she's
Still on the outs.
Yeah.
But did you tell Ahmad some of the other daughter-in-laws? What'd you tell Ahmad about the other daughter-in-laws?
Yeah, so I feel like our relationship got better just because other people came around. She has other kids. My husband's the oldest. So all the kids, not all of them, but 3 of them already are married. So I feel like the only way she likes me is because I've been longer there, and there's nobody else to talk smack about the other ones.
Oh my
So-
gosh.
So I feel like she likes me more because obviously I've been longer, and there's new people now, and
hate.
She can hate other daughter-in-laws.
And I'm sure you
Yeah,
know.
so she hates other people more than me.
Oh, my gosh, this woman.
And do you fan the
Wild.
flame? Do you keep it going so they
Or
take
do you
the heat?
defend these poor daughter-in-laws? Or you're like, maybe
No,
not.
I just sit there and I just nod. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. And I kind of go back with my sister-in-law, and we're going back and forth. And I tell her, hey, did you know that she said this about you?
Oh, man, you're
yeah,
Oh, wow. You're going to have to.
Call you Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. You're
What's Littlefinger?
just spreading rumors and you start
stir the storm.
wars.
It's not rumors if it's true.
But
She said it.
you don't have to tell the other people.
That's right.
Oh, that was
You're a
intentional.
storm starter.
Use it to your
Okay,
advantage.
wow. That was a lot.
Yeah.
Teen mom. The mother-in-law hated her from the beginning. But hey, I give you props for being together still. That's great. Y'all made it work. You went against the odds. Isn't that like against the odds, right?
All that matters is they're a happy family.
Megan is up next to 833-390-KRBE. The question is, for Roula's relationship roulette, in the relationship with your in-law, your mother-in-law, is it possible to turn it around? Or if you're hated from the onset, you'll be hated forever. Let's get Megan's story. Hi.
Hi.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
So actually, it's for my husband. Like, so it's my mother who has the relationship.
Uh-oh. So your mother,
yeah.
your
Why is
mother is
your-
the bad in-law.
Why does your mom dislike your man?
I think it's maybe because like she didn't really want me ever to really get married. I honestly think that she wanted me like to have like the Grey Gardens kind of situation because she did not
Explain
like
it. What
my
does that
husband from
mean?
the
Grey
start.
Gardens was a movie.
What's
and a
Grey
book.
Gardens?
It was a book that was made into a movie, but I can't remember what it's about. Grey Gardens.
Yeah. So it's like my mom and I it was just my mom and I for like years.
Okay,
like
okay.
It's just her and I. And so I didn't really date, and so when my husband did come around, she's like, "Well, he won't be long. He won't be here for long.
How selfish.
When he really sees who we are as a family, he won't stick around. He's just like every other man. He's not going to stay around."
Ouch.
But my husband. Yeah, but he stuck around. God bless him. And then he, of course, he's from New York. So they're like, she's like, "Oh, he's from New York." They're those kinds of people. They're Yankees. They're
Lord. Oh, Lord.
You're right.
Oh, Lord. So did she ever turn it
I know what
around?
you mean,
I mean,
but yeah.
did it ever get better between your husband and your mom, Megan?
Oh no, she tried sabotaging my wedding.
Oh,
She
gosh.
got mad when we got engaged. She tried sabotaging my bridal shower, everything. And then when we finally tried having kids, she first was like, "Oh, great, so you really can't get rid of him now."
Oh,
I was just
no.
like, wait. I was like, "But aren't you happy that I'm pregnant?" She's like, "Yeah, I hope it's not a boy, because God forbid we get another boy like your husband." I was
Oh, my gosh, your mom
and
is so
sure enough,
toxic.
Yikes.
and then,
Bitch. Do you make time for her, like on Mother's Day? Like, is this like a thing? Like, you
Oh,
make
no.
a point to see her? No, I think you have to cut her out. Did you tell a month
Right,
about
I had
murder?
to.
Some murder statement? Well, tell us about that.
yes. Because with that first pregnancy of my first baby, I had really bad complications. So I was in and out of the hospital like for like almost a month, constantly in the hospital, and because of my blood pressure. And the doctors told me, like, anyone who stresses you out, cut them out. Like,
yeah.
don't cut it out. So my husband actually took control of my phone. He's like, I don't trust anything. I don't want no one calling you. I don't want no one stressing you out. So finally, when I did get home from the hospital, unfortunately, I did lose that baby.
I'm sorry.
And my mom showed up, and she's like, "Where the hell have you been?" And I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry. Thanks for saying I'm in the hospital." She's like, "He murdered you. I thought he just sat there and like cut you off and like murdered you and threw you in the ditch and trashed you." I was
Oh,
like,
my God, your
"I've
mom
been in the
is a
hospital."
lot.
And your mom sucks.
I was like,
Your mom
I
is
was
a
like,
lot.
"I've been in the hospital." And she's like, "What? For what?" I was like, "I lost the baby." She's like, "Oh, well, that sucks. But you could have called me. I thought you were dead."
Oh,
in the
my
ditch."
That
Gosh.
sucks. That's what you got from your mom after you lost a
So
child. That
self-centered.
sucks.
Good thing you pulled away from that.
Whoa, that
Awful.
she gets toxic mom
That's
of the
very
year
toxic.
of the
Yep.
century. My gosh,
Yeah,
Megan,
it's-
I'm so sorry you had to go through this
Yeah.
with your mom in your life, but I'm so glad your husband has stuck it through.
Right.
Because that could have divorced y'all.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole other topic.
Yep.
Who got divorced because they just couldn't take it anymore.
Sorry.
With the in-laws. We had a lady in our studio, Anne from Australia, remember? She
Yes.
knew walking down that aisle that mother-in-law was going to drive them apart. It took 7 years and she was out of here.
But I don't just blame the mom. If the man doesn't stand up to his mom, I blame that just as much.
Oh my gosh, these are a lot of stories. We're going to have to continue with this. Hang on, people. We're going to continue on Roula's relationship roulette. Is it possible to turn the mother-in-law around? 2 for 2 so far. No, you cannot.
Yep.
But Iman said there are people saying said their mother-in-laws did turn it around.
And I want to find out what that. What
was the
what made
catalyst
it
to turning them
happen?
around?
Maybe they had a baby,
You probably gave him grandbabies.
grandbabies,
Or you asked them, can you teach me how to cook?
or maybe you had an affair they covered for you with their husband.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know
and
about that.
they owed him one.
Ew.
Well, let's find out.
Look at
Next
those movies.
on the Real and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRVE.
I love it.
Back to Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
All right, we're continuing a conversation. Seeing that Mother's Day is coming up this weekend, there are a lot of tumultuous relationships when it comes to the mother-in-laws and the moms and the kids and the mates. So we're asking the question in Roula's relationship. Roulette, is it possible to turn around the mother-in-law if she doesn't like you? Is it possible? 2 calls so far, no, did not turn them around. But we do have some calls where, yes, they did turn it around. But what was the catalyst to get them to like you? Melissa's up first. Hi, Melissa. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you
Good,
guys?
we're great. Happy Mother's Day to you, if that applies.
Happy Mother's Day to you and Sam as well.
Thank you.
Oh, you
So,
mothers.
in a nutshell, Melissa, before you tell us what it took to turn her around, how long was their hate? Was it like she liked you, then she didn't like you, then she liked you again, or from the get-go did not like you or did not want you for her child?
It was from get-go.
Okay.
I actually met my husband in a chat room, and he lived in England. And we had kind of like a whirlwind romance, and within 9 months he came to visit. We decided we can't live without each other and just impromptu got married a couple days after my birthday.
So what
My
was the
family
I
reason?
can see why the mom didn't like you.
Was that the reason?
Because she's like, you took my baby away from me across the pond.
No,
Y'all got married. I wasn't even there.
Yeah, neither side of the family was there. So there obviously was a little bit of rockiness in the beginning. My side was a little more accepting because obviously he was here so he could establish a relationship with them versus where she was and I couldn't. So I'd never even been over there. But once we had gotten married, he told her what he had done, and she told him, you need to cut your losses and just come back home.
What?
And and so from the moment she saw me on camera, because we basically lived, separate lives. He slept during the day on my side and vice versa. So we had the cameras on 24/7, and we just watched each other's lives unfold.
Huh.
So she saw me. She knew who I was, and every time she would see me, she'd shut the computer.
Oh,
things
my
like
gosh.
that. So when we got married, it obviously wasn't a welcomed adjustment to her family. And not only is he from a different country, but he's also the baby. And she has a heart for her baby. So we finally had been married for about 7 years, and it was still really rocky. And we ended up finding out I was the one that had bariatric surgery and found out I was pregnant.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I remember you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
were 2 months
found
pregnant at
out,
surgery,
and-
and then you found out at 8 months pregnant you were having a baby.
You got a lot of views on our
Yeah.
social media. Did you see that?
I'm sorry?
You were all over our social media pages.
From that story.
I know everybody gives me a hard time about not knowing, but when we found out, we were obviously telling everybody, and we called and told her, and she was silent. There was no response.
Oh, man.
And so you could see my husband's heart shattering in front, and I was
yeah.
recording it to hope that it was going to be a good reaction, and it wasn't.
Well, it's supposed to be a joyous occasion.
Right. And so it just continued, the relationship. I kept my distance in a way and just let her work through her own emotions because I just wasn't going to entertain it. I'm not that kind of person.
Good.
Yeah.
And so eventually what ended up happening was we were able to convince her to come to America. And my son was about, I want to say, 8 months old when she came.
Okay.
And the moment she got off the plane, and we met up with her, I looked her in her eyes and I told her, you are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
So you appealed to her
And I
vanity.
and I could see her heart start to soften. And I told her, I just want you to know that I never had any bad intentions for your son. If anything, I love him and I want to protect him, and I just want to be with him, and I want my life to be built with him. And it was like after that point, I guess she needed to see my words in my face and see in my eyes that I was telling her the truth. And now we're good. And me and my husband have been married 16 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Great.
And we're in a really good relationship with her. So, it's possible for it to change. You just have to be willing to put the work in. But also, in a way, you kind of have to have a heart of steel because sometimes these women can say some things for their children that will knock you to the floor. And when she told him to cut his losses, hear something like that, where do you go with that?
That's so sad.
And so, it's possible.
All
I'm
right.
one of those.
Well, that's
So
great. So you have
literally
two
ego.
amazing stories here on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. You had
Thank
bariatric
y'all for letting
surgery,
me
not
share.
knowing you were 2 months pregnant. Then you found out you were pregnant at 8 months along. And then you
Yeah.
had this crazy mother-in-law that you won over. So,
Let's see what happens next week with you.
all right.
Yeah, I'll call you back.
Tell us another one,
Well,
Melissa.
tomorrow this time we're going to do Rate Your Secret, where you tell secrets. So maybe you got some more secrets you can.
Yeah, tell us.
Oh,
that.
I do have a secret
Oh, good.
in store for you guys, so you just wait.
All right.
I'll send a text when y'all are ready.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
Melissa,
Tomorrow.
again tomorrow.
8:22.
You go 3 for 3?
Right.
All right. Thank you so much, Melissa. Have a great day.
Of course. You
Take
too.
care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. 833-390-KRBE is our phone number where we are asking, how did you turn it around with the mother-in-law that disliked you? Is it possible? That's one story where she said it took 7 years.
Yeah, that's a
7
long
years.
time.
She was determined.
Most people give up.
She
Most people
appealed
give
to
up.
her ego and won her over.
Yeah. Katrina had the same situation where was it your mom that didn't like your mate, or you were the one that was disliked by your mother-in-law, Katrina?
No, his mom did not like me.
Okay. For how many years did that go on until you turned it around?
Probably just the first. We moved really fast. I was married and had a child and divorced right after high school. And then I started bartending. So his mom didn't really know me, but his grandmother came into the bar that I worked at.
That's funny.
That's odd.
So
Grandma
she knew she knew this young, newly single mom. Like I'll admit, I was wild, but single me and relationship me are totally different people.
Of course.
I need to know more about this bar you worked at where the grandma hung out. Was it like the neighborhood bar?
Was she playing the slot machines in the
it's
back?
Yeah.
It was a little hole in the wall country bar
And,
Okay.
and where was this at? Like,
What part of town?
in Humble.
In Humble. Okay.
Okay.
So you're the bartender. You're freshly divorced. You have a child, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
I had a child, and at the time, me and my husband, we had went to high school together, but I could not stand him in high school. He made poor decisions. He was not the type of person I wanted to be around. So as, I spent a few years single, and, I knew his grandmother, and we had connected on Facebook and started talking on the phone every day and everything. Well, we'd be like FaceTiming, and I could tell his mother was just absolutely annoyed with me. She knew the stories from her mom, and he's an only child, so you could tell I was not the person she wanted for her son.
What was the basis of her anger? Was it because you had a child and had already been married?
I was that, and when I was single, I was very promiscuous.
Okay.
And the grandma saw your wildness as the bartender?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
all right. Body shots.
Yeah.
Who wants one off me? Okay.
So-
I was like coughing out.
So, we started talking and everything. And from the day we started talking, that's when I decided, like, I'm going to get sober. So I cleaned up my life. I got my situation on track. And then as time went on, he brought me around his mom, and she kind of learned about my past trauma growing up and the relationship I had with my parents, and kind of understood, why I was the way I was.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband at the time also saw that. And so within the first year, he had moved me out of my mother's home, me and my son, and in with him to our own place.
Aw.
And because his big thing, he wanted to make sure that I was mentally in the right place to have a healthy relationship.
Right.
So when we still moved in together and everything, and she saw that I was this, housewife, I made sure her son was taken care of along with my child. And I didn't expect her son to raise that wasn't his kid. I appreciated everything he did, but I knew that was not his responsibility.
Okay, I got it. So you acknowledge that, so the mom wasn't thinking you just want him to raise the baby.
Yeah.
It's not his. Okay, got it.
So, and then a couple years in, that grandmother that I had known, she had passed away, and I stood not only by his side when he went to pay his respects and say goodbye, but after he left for work, I stayed with his family until she passed.
Oh, see, that's such a beautiful, admirable quality. People can talk all they want. Words are one thing, but actions, that's everything.
So you won her over before she passed, is what you're saying?
Yes.
And we were all really good. And now me and his mom, I tell everybody she's my emotional support mother-in-law.
Aw.
Because if I have a surgery or one of the kids is really sick, she's right there with me at the doctor's appointments, picking kids up from school for me, anything. And now we're about 7 years in, and we just had our first baby together. We gave our son a little sister. So.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. So it can be done.
Yep.
It can be done. We have 2 no's and 2 yeses and many we couldn't get to. Go to the listener line, 713-278-VENT, and leave us a message there. Now, coming up next, Eric is going to fall asleep.
Yes.
Because I
Poor
gave
Eric.
him medication that I did
Rolla
not
drugged
realize
him.
was non-drowsy, and Eric is legit asleep.
I can't stay awake.
Hey, I've never seen you in all the years we've worked together. I've never seen you in this shape.
I did not know that the medication that I had
feel like
was,
I had,
was not non-drowsy.
I had
Gave
like
him
2
NyQuil.
nice 135 proof bourbons or something.
Okay.
You are
Antihistamine, man. That's for real.
I text during that call. I'm like, I don't know where I'm at.
Your sinuses are clear, though.
I don't even know what she said. Was that drop you
Eric
have?
is in the clouds.
The Snoopy lady?
Which one?
Snoopy lady.
The teacher lady?
Oh, no. Charlie Brown's teacher.
Oh.
Everything sounds like this to him.
Wait a second. Let me find that.
Yeah. There you go. Eric will-
what are we even doing?
Yeah, Eric has to listen to the
Where am
podcast
I?
of
Who
today's
am
show
I?
to remember what happened. That's right.
Yeah,
that
you've
was
been
my
really quiet.
That was
I
my
didn't-
ploy to get him out of the rapid fire quiz,
I
guys.
didn't know he was
That's how I
asleep.
got 1 point. Well, I only had 2 questions to be truthful.
That's true.
And
That
the
was
fact
worst.
that you did not
Are you on
raise,
pills? Are you on?
Right?
you didn't raise holy hell about losing. So I'm like, oh,
He was too tired.
Something's not right.
That's hilarious. I'm so sorry.
And you guys came to this to get me out of rapid fire. You had to drug me.
Took him out.
I did not,
I'm not
notice it
Baracus.
doesn't say non-drowsy.
Oh,
Does it not say non-drowsy?
This guy, I used to watch this.
plane.
Mr. T would always, he hated to fly. So
Okay.
on the
Eric's
18,
talking about the 18.
they would always drug him
Yeah.
somehow.
Uh-huh.
And so he'd fall asleep on the plane. Well,
Well, here you go.
There you go.
you did it pretty obvious. You said, hey, you want to try this? It might help you.
Damn it, Murdoch! You knocked me out.
And by the way, it's over the counter, too.
What's
Yeah,
that?
this is over the counter. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
like
not like she gave you-
antihistamine, sinus allergy and cough, maximum strength medicine, Power
Oh,
Max
yeah.
Gel.
Oh, well, no wonder he's asleep.
I got to stay awake for the safe flight return guy or whatever that. What's the song?
Safe Flight Repair,
safe flight replay.
Dude, I think
That's
it's
what he
time.
said.
I think you better reschedule.
He's coming to my house today at noon.
Nah, you'll be
Uh-oh.
fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you'll
ain't
be
gonna
awake
be up
by
for
then. No, you'll be awake by
No.
then. You'll be
Just
awake
sleep
by
right through it.
I think he's
Yeah.
going to sleep right through it.
Just have
Reschedule, Eric.
have your door guy go down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
just
got
put it
people
down there.
there.
Yeah, can't Chives answer the door?
Chives.
Jeeves.
That's your
Chives.
Chives.
Potatoes.
No, those are onions, but
Yeah,
that's
chives
also the name of your butler,
chives.
isn't it?
Anyway, sorry
That's
about that,
awesome.
Eric. I didn't realize. Now, this is why you don't take drugs from friends, kids.
Yep.
All right, coming up next, we gave somebody closure today, whether he liked it or not. Leon came to us to find out why Wendy had ghosted him, and we all got a story. You'll hear it
Oh,
next
yeah.
on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.